Let's see them blast here. In previous cups here, we've seen the Holy Paladin go up to as much as 40k single target burst here. There's the Convoke coming out from Fragnance there. Ingram out down below 20% HP, and it looks like it's not going to be an issue. They don't need PI at all. Man, just completely bursted through from Echo there.
Yeah, that was actually an insane amount of damage coming out of Echo here.
But I mean, you got to remember, Echo is, you know, they're the one seed for a reason. They're just kind of heads and shoulders above everyone else in how they've been playing consistently lately. And now that they have Zaelia back as well, I think, you know, as long as they play the best they can, it's going to be really tough for any of these other teams to compete with them. We're going for maximum AoE damage, and look at the burst coming out from the DPS from both teams. Two of their DPS easily over 100k, but Rua has gone down on that monk for Stygia here. Where is the spear? Come on, show me the spear. There it is, meeres. Let's go. Massive AoE burst damage coming out from him here. 4 players hovering around the 100k DPS mark, and the trash pack gets completely melted. Only the Carry and Stitch were left alive as the Prideful spawns. No big deal for Echo. Yeah, this is a statement here from Echo, right? Everyone has got to be looking to them in this first match to wonder how good they're going to be looking, and I'd be scared if I was other teams after watching this match.
Yeah, no question. Game 1 of the day is getting rolling between Echo and Obey Alliance. Let's see what they got for us right now in Plaguefall.
Yeah, he's going to be able to just completely destroy this trash here with the blast. Watch the numbers here. It's going to be like 400 or 500k damage per flame strike here. Here we go.
A little bit of trouble healing the Grievous stacks here in the whole team. Everyone's taking a lot of damage here. Zaelia also out of mana at this point. Fragnance going down. We do have a battle rest available, but have to use an engineering rest. So meeres going down too. They're just having issues here.
They're only just now getting away from that Pride as Echo is finishing off Dominant Venom Blade here. So it looks like Obey Alliance is only really going to be a few seconds ahead of Echo here. And you gotta remember, Echo still has the Bloodlust available for the final boss here. This might actually come down to those 3 deaths on the board. It's incredibly close right now. 10 seconds left here. Margrave Stardama below 15%. You gotta do as much damage as possible if you're Obey Alliance. No healing the Infectious Rays here. Come on, burn it down. 1653, 54.
No.
It's gonna go to Echo here for sure by literally 1 or 2 seconds. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Echo is up 1 right now as we get into Halls of Atonement.
Huh? No Ellie? Echo?
Wow, okay, that's very interesting. So Echo is not bringing the Elemental Shaman here in Halls, while all the other teams that we've seen so far in this dungeon actually did bring the Elemental Shaman.
Look at how fast Lord Chamberlain's health is just being melted with the Bloodlust and the Ashen Hollow being popped right there. Zaelia, just even with the late Ashen Hollow wings pop, just actually going to be passing up the mage on pure single target, man. What is this game?
This is just ridiculously fast out of Echo.
Yeah, we'll be starting off our series here in Spires of Ascension as well, with raging going on too, so that is a big affix to take note of in this dungeon. Echo is saying, you know what, we don't need it. We will take the more damage, thank you very much, and we are playing this Windwalker instead on Frag there.
While Echo, on the other hand, look how fast they're nuking this boss. They already caught up on damage because they had saved all of their offensive cooldowns to be used after the Pride is dead. So it's getting amplified by that Pride buff.
But this, I mean, that Praetor is not cooperating right now with Echo's plans. It has just charged over off the edge, and I don't think they'll be able to actually bring it back on from over there. Look at what it's doing. It's kind of right off the edge there. Yeah, this is such a crucial pull here. You can see the Ring of Peace knocking everything into that spear, and the spear comes down. All of the AoE damage cooldowns are going to come out. I love what Echo has done, though, because Echo, they pulled the trash while they were running to the boss, and then they got right into the boss, and they used Ring of Frost to keep everything grouped up until they could get over to it.
All eyes on Echo. If they're going to be able to pull this off, then they're definitely going to be in the lead, because Perplex has to do 1 extra Angel pull after they're done with those 2. And they need to be able to kill them within only a couple of seconds of each other. They do have the Touch of Death from Fragnance that can help out in case someone... And they did it! All of the Angels are dead. And that was so incredibly clean. And they're going to be finishing off Devils here and winning this first game against Perplex. I mean, what a performance. I mean, what a run by Echo.
Let's see what these teams have in store for us as Echo is up 1 right now versus Perplex as Sanguine Depths gets underway.
Looks like Echo is pulling the boss immediately onto this whole first trash pull. This is incredible.
That is enough for Echo if they can make this work. And look at what they're doing. They're going all the way to this lantern. This is so bold. They are going all the way up ahead to the lantern here, and they're going to fight the first 2 halves or 2/3 of the gauntlet all at once here.
They're doing this whole gauntlet area in 2 pulls, basically. This is pretty bold by Echo to be able to just deal with all of this after already committing so many cooldowns for this first huge pull. And now they're popping this Bloodlust, they have the Pride buff, they have all offensive cooldowns available, and General Kal is going to be melting for Echo here.
Yeah, watch that timer near the top of the damage meters there. 24 seconds into the fight so far, and they're already more than halfway done. And remember, our best time in this dungeon was like an 1840 or something in the last couple days. Echo is going to get this thing done in 17 minutes and 30 seconds. This is a blazing fast time from Echo, and it punches their ticket to our grand finals.
Are you kidding me with that time there? Echo just breezing through this dungeon completely, just rolling it over on that one. For the first game getting ready to go, this is our grand finals of our global finals. This is the peak of our season 1. Spam those geckos to cheer on Echo. Fleks for perplexed, or spam a good old live if you want both teams to have a good time. Let's get into it. Necrotic Wake starts now.
I've been looking back and forth between the boss HP percentages, just left and right. It's been within 1% for the entire pull, trash dying at the exact same time. These teams are neck and neck with each other. We knew this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a fantastic series.
Divine and rycn going down, though.
Oh no, that's the worst case scenario because the trash is loose now. Even with the battle res going out, it's going to be tough to get aggro on him, and you can see the spikes are going to be going out for the monstrosity. It's now chasing the rest of the group. And in the meantime, Echo have finished off the Pride. They're onto a Marth, and they're going to be blasting this boss down. You can see the Ashen Hall in the wings has popped for Zaelia. He's doing 20k DPS. They're not even opting to use any weapons here. Echo has now secured a massive lead in this dungeon, probably at least a minute. They have cooldowns allocated for a pull, and once those cooldowns run out, they're on a very limited clock, and that's what happened to Perplex there. 2 players died, it ran out of control, they lost their orbs, and they couldn't finish off the Pride, but we have to keep an eye on Echo here as they are now going for a massive pull of their own. The entire Necropolis, minus I believe 1 flash crafter in the corner, can CC, and just again, flawless execution. Massive AoE coming out, weapons going out, everything dying at the exact same time, and all they have left is that 1 fleshcrafter CC'd in the corner, which now is breaking out, and they can use those throw flesh casts to break down the Pride easily. I mean, man, Echo is just so clean and refined. What more can you say about these guys? It's just perfect play. These first 3 maps, these are Echo's wheelhouse. I mean, really all 8 maps are, but these 3 in particular are ones that they've performed on this weekend in a way that made us think that no other team could compete with them, and they're showing us that here right now.
And now it might actually be a little bit difficult for them to finish this off because there's so many creations up and it's really hard for them to even hit the cleavers onto the correct target, but they managed to do so. There's like 3 targets, so it was hard for them to manage to get it onto the correct one, but they did manage as they're now moving up to the last boss. Yeah, it's really close. Are they gonna get that cleaver off? If they don't beat their own time, then they're actually just unlucky.
No way.
Oh,
the exact same thing. Okay.
Yeah, it was 12 minutes and 10.
Man.
Well, we'll see how this matchup rolls as Echo and Perplexed are set to square off here in game number 2. Let's dive into it and see what Perplexed has in store as Plaguefall gets going.
And both of them also doing a big pull at the start, but Ashan is going down immediately, and that is very bad because Ashan is a big portion of their AoE damage. Echo though having some issue with their Pride as well, as everyone drops incredibly low, and Sally has no mana left basically. They did use that disc bubble to make sure the damage is being reduced a little.
Some teams do different strategies. Yes, there they are. The 2 Plague Borers are now coming up to the boss. They are one of the only teams that does this. A lot of teams just end up single targeting the boss down without the help of the bombs. It looks like that's what we're seeing from Perplexed on their side. Look at the difference here. It's going to be probably 5 seconds later for Echo because of that. His combust is already over. Same thing happening for Echo. Looks like it's even cleaner for them as everything dies instantly at the same time. However, Gingi has procced the Cauterize. He has had to use the Ice Block there. He will not go down, just barely. There is still some damage going on in the group. He's at 7% HP with Grievous ticking. Get him up, Zaelia. But Divine has now gone up for Perplexed, and rycn has gone down as well.
No.
This is the worst case scenario with the Prideful now spawning there at full. It's at full HP. and I don't see any way other than this being a full team wipe for Perplexed with that tank death going on. So not going to be a thing for Echo at all as they get Dominant Venom Blade now below 30% here. And they have a vice grip on this series and they're not letting go. These guys are just playing out of their minds. Or, I mean, they might actually just be playing normal. This is probably how they always play. Margrave now down below 20% HP, and it's not going to be an issue. Even with the Infectious Rain coming out, they have the cooldowns. They have the Ice Block to get rid of the debuff. Margrave's Jadama will be going down for Echo here, and they will be taking this series over Perplexed 2-0. Oh, one more match, sorry.
Thankfully.
Just taking an advantage of the target. We're 2 used to 3-game series, man.
Echo is up 2 right now. Perplexed facing elimination in this round as our grand finals are going to game number 3. Here we go into Mist of Tyrannicide.
As you can see, the van is kiting a little bit as they are really highly bolstered at this point. So Echo, even though they were a little bit behind on the first pull, they made up this time now and spawned that Pride a little bit earlier.
Here is where a big difference could be opened up for both teams here. Once this Pride goes down, we're going to be engaging Ingram Malik, and we'll have to keep an eye on the damage meters for either of the Moonkins. If they're able to get that full moon, that could make or break a difference here. It could save them as much as 20 seconds if they're able to get the one phase of the boss here, so keep an eye on that.
Both of the Dromans are down for both the teams, and now look out for any
Go
full
moon!
moons. A Shine actually getting a full moon on their side. Huge
Frag
burst
didn't
damage,
get
as you
one.
can see. Fragnance did not get a full moon here. We do see both of the Convokes and Celestial Alignments being used here by the Moonkins for this single target mob, but Perplexed just a little bit quicker as they already dealt with the Pride faster than Echo did.
And Jimmy must be losing his mind right now. I don't think he got a moon on that Convoke either, and that's just really, really, really unlucky, especially on the single target there. You really want to blast out as much damage as possible because the Ashai's done about 200k more damage on this pack alone because of that. Huge, huge difference coming out, just Moonkin diff for sure. But look at the damage from the other classes. Meeres able to pump out a lot more damage there than Swagshock on the LA Shamans, and they've actually caught up on their lead despite having no moon from the Moonkin. I mean, this is now back to neck and neck here. These teams are just flip-flopping back and forth. Well, we know how this is going to go here. With both teams pulling Mist Caller at the same time, the next event to look forward to for sure is whether or not these teams are going to be able to pull off that 10-0 burn here. And what's that going to rely on once again? It's going to rely on the RNG of the Celestial Alignment plus the Convoke the Spirits. Can you get the moon off? Can you get those Star Surge crits? Can you make sure the boss gets bursted down? And you can see the Vulpin did just go down for both parties here. Patty Cake coming out. There's the Dodgeball cast. There's the Convoke. Here goes the damage, but the boss is a little bit high. Can they get through it? The guessing game cast is going off. They were not able to get through it. Mist Caller at 2%. They have to kill the clone. Let's keep an eye on Perplexed. And they are able to get through. No! 1% for them. Neither team gets the insta phase, and it looks like the advantage is going to be back on Echo's side as they get that clone down first. Man, neither of the teams able to get through the extra phase there. That's really unfortunate and so surprising to see at the end of our tournament here.
We do see Perplexed though taking this other routing here, so we'll see who actually reaches the area first. Because yeah, it looks like Perplexed actually slightly faster because they went around through the maze while Echo was waiting for their RP to go through.
But look at Echo, they have caught up even though they were slower on the travel time. The Pride has spawned at the same time for them. The trash percentage is roughly the same. It is exactly the same actually. And they are both on the Pride pool at the same time here at the exact same percentage here. This is as close as it gets to Neuro. Because he had to kite and couldn't do max DPS there, Echo has pulled even further ahead now, engaging Tredova around 10 seconds before Perplexed here. And this is going to be a full single target battle for everyone. The moon finally coming out for Fragnance on the side of Echo here, getting that extra single target damage. The Bloodlust has not yet been popped though. They're saving that for the Wings Ash and Hollow for Zaelia. And it's going to be tough for Perplexed to get back in, but they have already popped their cooldowns. They are pulling ahead because of the cooldown usage. Echo's going to have to be able to catch up somehow, some way later on if they want to take the series right away.
They're holding on to their Bloodlust. I think that might be, are they holding it for Zalia's Ash and Hollow maybe?
They have to be.
if that is the case, I think they might actually be able to catch up because the bloodlust on the Ashen is so huge. So if that's going to be the difference here, then they might be able to catch up on the damage that they're behind at this point. You can see the bloodlust now being popped, the wings are being popped by Zaelia as well, and now you can see Zaelia just rising that damage compared to rycn on the other hand, who already had the Ashen being popped at the start. This is so incredibly close. Both of the teams are in 0 deaths, so no timer difference here whatsoever, and you can see how the boss is dropping for both of the teams. Looks like Perplex is slightly ahead, but now Echo is catching up because of that Ashen that has been popped a little bit later for Zaelia.
The later Ashen Hollow has now pulled Echo into the lead. They have now taken a 5% health advantage on the boss, and we have to keep an eye on how well both these teams are going to deal with those last 2 trash percentage. They have to kill 3 of those worms from the trash pack on the other side of the boss here, and Echo is still increasing their lead here. They are now 7% ahead of the boss. And man, you just have to give it up for Echo here. If there are no deaths, they're going to be taking this series and this tournament without dropping in a single map.
Bubble. Perfect.
I'm gonna need some AoE here. You guys do it. Escape. I'm hunting boss still.
I'm killing trash.
Please, please, please,
3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
please.
There are very few things that are completely certain in life, but I believe 3 of them are death taxes and Echo winning the NBI.
Happen here. Echo with the 3-0 sweep, completely undefeated and unmatched here in Season 1 of the Mythic Dungeon International. Echo is going to be taking home the lion's share of that $300,000 prize pool on this one. They are our Season 1 champions here of the Shadowlands.